coming up next.
When it comes to their field goal percentage, 29th. When it comes to struggle, 30th in three-point shooting percentage too.
You saw Steph on the bench. He's here, but he's still sick. Brandon, Jimmy Butler with Kuminga, Draymond, and Quentin Post. AK that offensive rebound. Draymond the trail three. And another loose ball just kind of laying there. Nembhard did not play in the game in Indiana. The Pacers won 114-109. But I don't think I'll ever forget. But Indiana is going through the year the Warriors went through after they played Toronto in the finals. I remember that. They were 15 and 50. Steph was hurt. Clay was hurt. Durant had left. As Post hits the three, Indiana's got half their rooms out for the year. The Warrior fans know exactly what the Pacers are dealing with, coming in at 1-8.
And for all their players, it's just about keeping a good attitude. Everybody knows what the deal is. Isaiah Jackson guides that one, and two defenders stay with pick and roll. So have you worked on your pick and roll defense lately is the question.
Yeah, and you're done with the season series with Indiana after the night. JK returning it. And Post couldn't quite finish it.
Oh, Jarris Jackson rotated over.
He hurt. We mentioned that on November 1st. Draymond to beat the buzzer, hits a corner three.
You know, he's
telling you, Draymond's three-point shooting, 45%.
He hit some big ones against the Nuggets.
Made 5 of them.
They just couldn't get stops in that game late, especially. No, that's a lot.
It is. Jarris Walker. You can't say Jarris Walker, Aaron Gordon PTSD. Kills the Warriors. That 50 ball played the other night. Jimmy Butler with the mid-range.
Well, that's foot. He's not shooting it as well as Gordon is right now. He's around 30% three-point range.
Nembhard, a couple of years at Gonzaga, and rimming that one in. He's just a quality your team. You're in good shape.
Well, wait till he drives to the basket. He's looking to dish out punishment. He's such a strong driver, physical offensive player.
And that's not the shot they want Kuminga to take. He got fouled, but JK's been so good moving the ball and attacking the basket in the early part of the year. Illness-wise, because you've got OKC and San Antonio in a back-to-back on Tuesday and Wednesday. As Kuminga misses both free throws.
It's such a marathon of a season, and there's going to be injuries and little bruises here and there. You're just spending a lot of time with the training staff.
He's not Aaron Gordon. Long pass and
some great under out of bounds plays.
Butler and Post, a little two-man game. Jimmy getting to that mid-range again. Shot clock at 11, taking his time. Post getting all he can eat.
Well, Isaiah Jackson's just, as far as Quentin Post is concerned, and Draymond did the right thing. You didn't really have much going there. So he broke the paint, really threatening drive, and make Jackson at least help a little bit as you get a little deflect the whole game. You should be okay with where you end up.
Jay up out of the corner. Kajemski coming back for the rebound. Warriors have been good defensively at home. They've done everything well at home. They haven't lost in this building. But on the road, I want to mention some lapses. Show and go Quentin Post.
Told you.
And Kuminga missing that three. Draymond tipping it up.
Post, everybody's going to respect that, especially since he's already made some threes.
Exactly. Kajemski taken away from Walker. And Brandon, the easiest bucket of the night.
They make them call the first time out. 13-4. Jerry Stack. Love that double team the Warriors threw at him right before that timeout. Eventually, you're going to have to rotate out of that. So make sure you have the rotations down.
Walker couldn't get it back to Jackson and threw it away. So closed off that passing lane.
Well, they rotate.
Obviously, one of the twins, he and Caleb. He played 5 years with Charlotte, straight with Phoenix, and that was
Nembhard is strong down there. He's not easy to post up.
Shepard couldn't finish, but the follow nicely by Isaiah Jackson.
When they're able to force turnovers, you better believe they're posting up because he's smaller, but he fights in there. He's scrappy.
Mark Few taught him how to play defense. Kuminga will get to the line, and there's the difference. The double team fadeaway he missed from 10 feet. This is the Kuminga we've seen more of this year on a beautiful 15 points a game, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 83% from them.
But this is one of the stories of the season. The young guys, including Kuminga, how long do you want, or is it after 5 rough games? You need that type of consistency, especially from that part of your roster.
Buddy Hield's first playing time. This out of the corner by Jeremiah Robinson Earl, former OKC, dealing with Draymond. Draymond, the decision maker, got caught up in the air. Dembski there to bail him out. Shot clock at 4.
I'd like to say, here's where you figure out how you deal with their pressure. They're kind of desperate right now. They're down big early already in a hole. You know they're going to get more intense defensively.
Tim Harden, Ben Shepherd up top. Good movement to Bradley. And Shepherd will launch the 3. Kuminga coming back to rebound there. He didn't get it, but allowed Post to get it because of his effort.
That's the commitment to it.
AK on Martin. Getting inside with the left hand. Getting his own rebound. A lot of contact inside, and Kuminga and the jump ball. And Martin will jump it up.
He never gave up on it. He showed the patience. No one was
Against the Warriors. And that's what's so frustrating. The Pacers are so banged up and missing so many players. They lost last night in Denver. You even have them on a back end of a back-to-back. Robinson Earl is fouled by Buddy Hield shooting a 3.
So I told you, eventually they're going to have to rotate out of that double team. They've committed to double.
Villanova, the 32nd pick in 2021. Jeremiah Robinson Earl.
Kind of a Swiss throw out there. He'll rebound whenever he gets a chance. Whatever the coach needs. It's interesting with this Pacer team. 3-point shooter for his career, so you got to watch where he is too.
Monte Morris was such a great backup in Denver. Jeremiah Robinson Earl reminds me of Kyle Anderson.
Kind of,
yeah. I mean, just
in that in between.
Yeah, he's 6'9", but he can shoot it. He can defend, and super solid Swiss Army knife. I like how you said that. Buddy back to Draymond, and we've got. It's going to be a blocking foul.
Wow, that is fortunate for the Warriors because that was going to be a turnover.
I waited for Courtney Kirkland there. He had the whistle with the young guys because he had the 24 and 28-point games against Phoenix and Sac. Shot clock at 2. Podziemski's got to make something out of nothing. That'll be Warrior ball.
And then even in your bad games, are you impacting winning in some way? Are you defending at a high level?
Buddy Hield with a good look. We'll send Monte Morris into the front court. Morris was so good as the backup in Denver. He's been looking for a home kind of since. Back. I'd like to see Horford hit a couple shots. He took all the right shots and Sac couldn't get any of his threes to go down as Podziemski misses there.
All he can do is keep taking those shots.
They were the right ones.
It has to be taken.
They were open.
You can't hesitate. Eventually, he's going to start knocking them down.
Shot clock at 10. Morris on Butler up top. Morris on Moody. Shot clock at 3. Martin had got the hand grenade and 24-second violation, and the Warriors were around there every time.
Perfect defense. They almost switched everything.
I think it's a huge part of the game, creating plays, creating offense for your line mates. I think it's really important just to kind of create momentum for your team, and we've been able to do a lot of that recently.
What's it like being a teenager playing professional sports?
It's the best. It's the best life you could ask for as a teenager.
That's awesome. First year in the NHL to what you've taken from that year into this, your second year. How have you grown? What have you learned about yourself, the game, everything, from your teammates, whoever?
I think it's similar in basketball, the 82-game schedule.
To do this is they have a dad road trip where the players get to bring their fathers on the trip. How was that with Rick?
It was awesome. It was awesome. That was my first experience with it, and I mean, just the way the organization sets it up. With you see the guys how committed they are to their craft and how they work for it. So I think it's just being around those guys and the effort that they put into it definitely made an impact on me.
Blocking foul as Spencer will shoot 2. How about when the Warriors were in Chicago and came to see you when you were playing?
Those guys out.
So.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, so how are you feeling about your squad right now? Obviously.
Recently, I think stuff's starting to gel, and it's a good feeling when you're starting to get wins.
How often do you visit the dentist?
A couple times, but one not too recently here.
Yeah, that's one of defensemen that get down on power plays and want to try to.
Yeah, no, it's not fun.
I mean, how early did you embrace the physicality and the toughness aspect of it? Because everybody talks about hockey like whenever Podziemski gets hit in the schnoz or Pat Spencer takes the ball, we always compare him as Jimmy Butler gets to the rim. We always compare him to you guys and the tough game-by-game basis. How early in your career did you embrace that part of it?
I think it's kind of the culture. You kind of see, I mean, the guys you look up to play through injuries, whether it's playoffs or just to be out there with their team.
Score. You got to have a few guys that have, you know, have your back a little bit.
Oh yeah, I mean, last year we had Barkley Goodrow, who's also on our team this year. He did a lot of that, and
few bites and anything is possible.
Moses Moody kind of an excuse me foul, trying to body up on Nimhard.
But I was just up there with
Sugar. You got Sarop Shop. I mean, there's so many places now around Thrive City and around Chase Center.
The Warriors have gone into a zone here. Draymond helping recovering in the middle, trying to get back to Huff, but he was able to gather it. Take his
Huff splitting that double team. So it's Draymond and Quentin Post with Pat Spencer, Will Richards first playing time, Moses Moody and Huff. Monte Morris. Spencer knocked it away, didn't foul him. Nimhard the open three. And Draymond and Jay Huff start grabbing each other.
Draymond's holding on for dear life there. Really athletic, and remember, they're all trying to get to the glass. Defensive rebounding is not going to be easy.
Here's active hands, but it ricocheted right back to Indiana. Nimhard shot clock at 2. He'll call his own number. Huff. That's enough of Huff.
Well done, kind of.
Buddy Hield. And how about Quentin Post with the pass back door?
Well, Buddy Hield, he's moving without the ball. Defender was behind him. I told you he's dishing out. Did you see that?
Yeah,
Nimhard bracking people on the way to the rim. And people bounce off of him. It's always like this.
Pat Spencer went the other way. And did the Nash where he went along the baseline and waited for someone. And Quentin Post cut nicely.
And Pat Spencer has really middle, and you can use Quentin Post kind of like that as a hub. Give it to him in the middle, initiate the movement, cut off of him.
That guy can really distribute the ball, makes you way more dangerous.
And that's why you don't have to go for the all time. When you have that many guys that can make that great of passes, and if you move like that, you won't have to try the tough passes. The easy ones will be available.
Warriors are 5 of 8 free throwing. Post 1 of 2. Shepard missing the Buddy Hield, Kuminga with Post. Will Richard and Pajemski. Quentin Post, a deep 3. Buddy Hield with the rebound. Buddy Hield, Kuminga with Post. Will Richard and Pajemski. Quentin Post, a deep 3. And Matt Callio. Matt Callio is Canadian. That was the most respectful back and forth on a foul call ever. Buddy's such a nice guy. Can I really foul him? Yes, you did. Okay, thank you. That was the end of it. Shot clock down to 7. Sidestep 3, Monte Morris, and he buries the triple. Indiana is not going away. When you beat the team, 6 straight to get the Warriors again.
There's some confidence built up.
Pajemski and a nice feed from Kuminga.
All he had to do was just touch, and the guy who was supposed to switch onto him was going to be behind.
Walker thought about the trail 3, and then the floater. And that's the way Kuminga's rebound. K's got 5 boards tonight.
Pajemski's wincing a little bit. Hopefully he's okay.
He's playing with that left wrist wrapped. Richard, high, arcing 3, halfway down and out. I don't mind the Warriors' shot selection tonight at all. There's not a lot of them going in. Isaiah Jackson.
See, Nimhard does a great, and when you do that, things just kind of tend to open up. Al Horford just kind of got caught in between, too far off, and Pajemski took another hit. And I told you, you compare Pajemski to a Macklin.
There's not a lot of back and forth. He's good at his job, and anytime you're in the league 26 years and Courtney's 76 players,
process,
yes, they do,
to become an NBA official. Strenuous.
Kuminga ahead of the key 3, and this has been rugged.
That's why I said you can't rely on your shooting to figure out if you're going to win games or not.
Buddy Hield, nice strip.
Your intensity defensively has to be consistent.
The lob, and now dunks are being missed.
Well, that was going to be a tough finish. You just want to catch that one and maybe come down with it if you can. Let's see another day.
That's a 5-point swing. You don't capitalize on a layup. Kuminga, nice pass to Will Richard. And I can't wait for the Warriors to switch baskets at halftime.
The best rated burger in fast food with more beef than a Big Mac. Keep up, Ronald.
He's shooting 61%.
Yeah, that's a big time. Yeah,
the best on the team.
Well, his shot selection is so good because hitting open shots.
Knock down both free throws. Catch and shoot for Shepherd, long and strong. Now Horford. The Warriors put a couple possessions together. Jemski, cycle it. Good shot to great shot. Not paid 0 for 3 from deep and 0 for 5 in the game. Now Horford had hit the backboard.
By saying that,
Warriors at 33%, the Pacers at 36%. Nothing's going in.
Both teams are having to find frustration. Turns it over.
That was off a foot, but it wasn't kicked. Toss back to Nembhard. Size up the rookie Will Richard. Clock at 10. Shepherd tracked it down. And Shepherd denied by Horford. Shot clock at 3. Nembhard's got to launch a 3. And no issues with the Warrior defense and rebounding. None. It's this end. And Buddy Hield laying it up and in.
Forget the play, forget moving it around. Beat your man, make a good solid move. Buddy Hield's capable.
Wanted to get it to Shepherd. Thrown away.
This game is